Hello, 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 everybody. Welcome to Clash of Titans Season 2. We are here, it's the first semifinal match of the day, pardon me. Day one, semifinals between Team ABM and Team Unbeatable. This is your host with the most, Kronos. Alongside me, the one and only Scared Yet. How are you doing today, Scared Yet?
Let's hear from the
I'll be
crowd.
honest,
Make
the
some
only
noise for
thing that's
yours
keeping me
truly.
sane right now is basically the match in front of us, and as well as the fortune that I'm on a disc with you. Because I'll be honest, the way I'm trying to go for the aim labs, it's basically making my brain burst like
Always on
anything.
the
But one
way.
thing that I really love
Your
is, of
team
course, the
is
bands that
banning.
are already in front of us, and it's a best of five semifinals, by the way, Chrono. So we're gonna have a pretty long journey, I suppose.
Cool. Get your popcorn, get your snacks, you get your drinks ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna be here for a while because both these teams are some of the top teams in this tournament. And like you said, Scared Yet, you like the bands, but what I'm liking more is the fact that your aim is about 40 to
I've been
50%.
waiting for
I'm
too long.
absolutely loving it. I know for a fact that if we were going against each other, you had a gun in my head, I know you will still miss it. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are here, two
Ouch.
bands down from the side of Unbeatable, Carrie and Cece. On
Horology
the
is my
other side,
crafty.
Matilda
Diggy
and
is my
Diggy.
name.
And yes, let's not forget this is presented by Nepalese Esports Junction and Battle Knights Esports as well. And thank you to them for help bringing us this wonderful tournament to the subcontinent of India with four
Mhm.
countries, I believe it's Bangladesh, India, Pakistan, and Nepal. Some of the big powerhouses. And we don't get to see this every day, do we, Scared Yet?
No, of course, it's not something that we all, have the fortune of seeing every single day. But yeah, one thing for sure is going to be super fun. That this matchup
Your
between
team
UB
is
as
banning.
well
has arrived.
as APM, it's going to be super fun to watch out for because both of these teams have got the reputation that they are doing in a phenomenal job in terms of the bans that they're going for, as well as the picks and their record for the entirety of this tournament. So yeah, I'm actually pretty in to see which one of these teams will maintain their win streak and is going to hand over the plate of defeat to the next one. And
I,
of course, we have
Minotaur,
always
will
seen
finish
a
off what
respect
was
ban of
left
Argus
undone.
for UB, but this time ABM have decided to not go for it. Maybe we're going to see the first Argus pick coming in.
Yeah, I was about to say Unbeatable actually giving respect towards ABM's J. We know that Hanzo is so dominating, so oppressive, the right word, I believe, because you feel so oppressed when you're going against a Hanzo because the early game domination, the pressure that's built on from the first second itself, it feels like you are on the back foot, especially with this fast jungle clear. So they want to take this Hanzo off the table, paying respect to that. But on the other side, ABM saying, we're not scared of your Argus Jeet. We're not scared of your D-Rot. Pick it up. We know for a fact Mirio is a better EXP laner. And yes, Jeet says
See
it.
value in
Jeet
me?
wants to pick it
Your
up, but
team
no,
is
You
Kelra
should.
banning.
gonna go for this Fredrin first pick. They're trying to
Light
play to
me
their
up
best
and
outs
watch
and
the
not just
world
a pick of
burn!
a solo player. But right now, Jay with the X-Borg. Oh, what are we seeing?
I like the answer. I like the answer because one of the main reason why Xbox kind of came in the meta was because of the fact that it could counter all of those tanky jungles because of the true damage that he has. Plus, also you cannot technically one-shot him with the Appraiser's Wrath if in case it's got the Firaga armor. So I really like this pick coming in, and even if in case it's going in the EXP, it's absolutely fine. You can basically zone out your opponents, and with the fire missiles, you'll be able to get a decent amount of CC in. Plus, the lasting insanity gives out a perfect burst whenever
Hope
you
will
really
find a
need
way,
that one last
even
bit
when when
of
all all is is
finish. On the
forlorn.
other side of the spectrum, though, blocking in the Vexana in the hands of Ryu, we clearly saw some insane plays from this man. Even though he was not the MVP in the second game, you could clearly see those intense knockups that came in, and he gave Jay enough time to scale up on that Hanzo and then make a massive difference in that game number two of last evening. So I really love how again Ryu has picked it up, but I want to see some answer now coming in from the side of Unbeatables because if there's a Vixana, there's an Xborg in front of you, and you're going in for a Fredrin jungle, you really need some
Light
diving
will
EXP
fall
laner.
prey to
I mean,
Oh,
shadow.
Argus
you said
could
you
be
talk about
counted in some
dive.
ways.
You talk about dive, you have the Argus that's been picked up. I think this is slightly a bit of a forced pick as well, coming in from the side of Team Unbeatable,
Even
only
using my
because I
might,
feel like now
that's
they're
Your
gonna go into
mine!
the
team
second
is
phase of the
picking.
bans and they know they're gonna ban it out, or like how ABM hovered over the fact that they were gonna pick Argus themselves. So actually playing the game of chicken to see who cracks first. And at this point, I think it was Unbeatable. They went and picked up the Argus. Yes, the Argus is a good hero in the hands of the right person, the right player. Like they said, don't nerf the hero, nerf the player. But at this point, you can't really do that. But I like, apart from that, I do like this pickup of the Claude coming in from, let's not forget, Scared. He's not Junior G no more. He's the Senior G right now. You should change your name, my guy. You should change it to Senior G. Now, Senior G, with the respect he's received from us here and up in the desk, playing this marksman role to the T, actually picking up the Claude, and the reply coming in from Radium, always that we've seen, want to get this early game advantage, the snowball going with this Brody.
Team is banning.
You always love to see that Brody whenever it's up in the picks. And in the laning against Claude, you know Brody is going to outscale him early on in the game. I mean, in towards the later stages, yeah, Claude is the better pick. But if you're looking at Argus in the EXP lane, I mean, I don't quite see how it's going to eventually work out. Maybe Argus could potentially play in as the front
falling
liner.
stars brought us here.
Your
Will be
team
going
is
in for that
banning.
dive using the BMI and the Blazing Duet. But I'll be honest, I still feel that in terms of the early drafting, ABM have already secured the priority that they really need to. And in terms of their roamer as well as the EXP laner, Lapu Lapu is still up in play for Mirio. So if in case there's some stationary mage or someone that does not have a lot of mobility, maybe we're going to see the Yu Zhong come into play. Unless, of course, it's going to get banned out by
I
Yu.
would rather betray the
Your team
world
is
than let the
ticking.
world betray
See,
me.
we're calling it. I think we know for a fact that when such high level players, high level gameplay is on the cards, you know that you can predict a little bit. You're not gonna have this Layla being picked up, not the Gatukacha being picked up. You're not gonna have all these random mages being picked up left, right, and center. But right now, I feel like the bans are applicable to both the teams, which is with like it makes sense. It just makes sense that you want to take out this Yuzong, just like you said. But at the moment, I feel like Team Unbeatable are still in the back foot because they don't have someone to create that distance, that separation that they need in this team fights. Yes, you have the front line in terms of Kelra, this Fredrin, who can create the distance, but who else is there? Where's your setup? Where are you gonna get the peel that you need? Is there gonna be a re-engage potential? So
Your
now when
team
you
is
have
picking.
Miri on this Paquito, you know he's want to go and clear that EXP lane quite early and get that early rotation going. And that might be a hindrance to the fact that Jeet will be going in the EXP lane with this Argus. So now they're trying to find someone that can create the distance. And I think Nana would be the best pick right now in the mid lane. What do you think about that, Skiriet?
I actually would love an Ana pick coming in because with the amount of damage you could deal, Molina's Blitz, that's absolutely insane. And specifically the Molina itself. You know, if in case Ryu or Radium get caught in it, they are going to be deleted no matter what because you don't really need to close in the gap with the Nana. You can literally just stay at a distance and spam your skills. And as of now, it is
Do you want to make
one
friends for your
on
Nana?
the side of
Your
ABM that I
team is
really
picking.
feel would be able to close in that gap specifically after the Kufra has been picked up. A good denial to Apex, but I feel he
Ready?
still has
Go!
got Atlas on the board, but does not matter. He's gonna pick the Ruby up. I mean, he's a Kufra main, right? So he would obviously know the counter to the Kufra, and
No
Ruby
one
is
can take
actually
you
a
from
pretty solid
me.
pick. Hmm.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know, man. It still seems in EXP lane, Paquito would be able to outscale Jeet plays on the Targus.
I mean, I don't think Paquito can outscale the Argus, but yes, Paquito is more versatile and provides more utility in the team fights, early game, mid game, late game. But 1v1, we know Argus is gonna melt anyone that comes in front of him, especially with that Inspire. And let's not forget that Eternal Evil that gives a basic and an extra HP bar, extra lifeline, if utilized at the right time, the right way. And I know Argus on Jeet is gonna be a really great factor. It's not only that ABM is going against Unbeatable, scared yet, but I also think it's these small battle that happen within the EXP lane, the roamers. Like I said, Senior G and Apex. Who's the better roamer? Junglers, the Kelra, or is gonna be Jay? And especially what everyone I know for a fact that is looking forward to this EX team battle in Jeet Plays and Mirio. But ladies and gentlemen, let's not wait any further because we are here in the land of Dawn for Clash of Titans Season 2 first semifinals between Team ABM, that's going to be on the red side, and Team Unbeatable on the blue side. And let's focus our attention to the game because we know this is going to be one heck of a cracker. Scared yet?
Indeed, it's going to be a cracking game. So Junior G is actually the one who's playing on the Kufra, so we're not gonna see him on that floor. It's gonna be Narcissist, and there's the thing. He's just trying to kind of the opponent. Apex doing the exact same thing, but that's just to bait out the retribution, to try and maybe go in for the extra bit of a jungle clear, or maybe to steal away that neutral objective that is going to spawn in the river. Litho, Wanderer. We do see a lot of players going in for that rotation, and the early game aggressive play from Apex and Ryu have basically denied that one neutral and has secured it for Jay in this specific matchup. I still feel that even though it's not a very massive win, it actually helps you snowball, and snowball is exactly what Junior was doing towards the top as well. Good chunk of damage being dealt, but if Junior will be able to quickly heal up as well.
But yeah, the damage that came in early from Ryu was quite a lot, and you can see the gold lane as well. Both the marksmen not holding back, want to go get in each other's face right away and deal damage and trade HP. And right now we can see Nana as well taking a lot of damage. This is thanks to the fast clear that comes in from Ryu. Vexana, one of the fastest mages that clears. Meanwhile, focus your attention up top, ladies and gentlemen. We are getting first blood indeed. That is going to go down. Will be Jeet Plays. The mind games have already begun. Who's going to be the better EX player, Mirio or Jeet Plays? It seems like Mirio has a hand up with the help of his teammate Jay.
I love the rotation that came in from Jay, because he started from his blue. Now you could call it a very standard one, but in terms of the macro play, you know that if you deny Jeet Plays his level 4, Eternal Evil is not going to pose a problem for you towards the turtle. And that is probably what I feel was in their mind as well. Because look at the perfect zone out now that is coming in. Kelra is going to be forced back up, and now you cannot really call the turtle towards your area. You have to fight it dead in the mid. And with the machine engage going in, and along with the last insanity, but it was still stolen away by the Fred Drain, but a 1-for-1 trade because Kelra was deleted after the burst came in from that lasting insanity itself, as A was low himself, so we'll have to back off. Now this is a perfect chance for Jay to steal away the blue.
But you can see Junior G, his positioning, doesn't want to give away the buff. Yes, you can take the small camps, but don't want to give away the buff. The turtle did go towards the side of Team Unbeatable, I believe. They did win that turtle, but right now, Jay might be biting off more than he can chew. Or Kelra is in the wrong place in the wrong time. He thought he could do something, but to be honest, he wasn't able to do anything. I'm offended coming in from Apex. What a nice catch that is indeed. The passive is buff. Tyrant's Rage, Tyrant's Revenge, but there's no support coming in for Junior G. This is sad to see because all that being done and you have no support. This goes to show how aggressive Apex is on this Ruby. He's been constantly pressuring the opposition jungler. Kelra has no room to breathe at all. Apex has been constantly pressuring since the get-go.
Now here's the thing, since they've got a Brody in towards the bottom, they don't care about that lane as well. Beautiful, I'm offended into the flicker, and that's going to be the Eternal Guard. There's no way to surviving that. A quick burst hit again. So their bottom lane is already a winning lane. They do not care about what happens there. All they need to focus on is to make sure that Mirio, everyone down.
Hey, it's that jab hook combo that you want to give from this Manny Pacquiao skin that Mirio might be wanting to run, because right now we know for a fact that this Paquito is gonna hurt. And look at Junior G with spinning Competition Rock in a hard place. Will he go down the CCs there? Knockout strike just to get the knockout, but he's able to survive. He is the tank after all. Tyrant's Rage charging with the finger. Tyrant's Rage not being used. He will fall down. Praises that. Finally, Kelra gets a kill on the board, and they're able to do something. And Jeet Plays, I think he's in the wrong place, the wrong time. Eternal Evil being used just to survive in the wrong time. Last insanity, will it be popped? Yes, it does. He will go down to the Eternal Guard of Ryu's Vexana. You don't want to mess with this evil princess, because right now she is on the hunt.
I don't think she's evil princess after the revamp though. Because with the way the storyline has progressed, yeah, I know that kind of gave the airy vibe previously when we had the Vixana, but yeah, she's more of a good girl now. But yeah, I mean, Ryu has been pretty solid and dominant in the entirety of the game, and that clearly puts it into show because of the aggression of Apex as well, and along with the joining, maybe they really want to go in for this one course, but this is not exactly the perfect one. Talent straight into the mid as well, along with the blazing duel. They busted Radium down. Apex, oh my god, that's such a solid animated. They've got the support as well. Jay, he'll be going into the last side. It does not matter that the A will be deleted, but to the back line, get another revenge. Eternal Evil, Eternal Guard, my boy, that comes in as well. Keldra, he's again zoned out just by the last insanity.
Once again, that I'm offended flicker from Apex is so on point. He has not missed a single I'm offended ever since the game has begun, and the pressure is been applied. Meanwhile, Radiant, will he go down? No, he does not. Will he survive Jeet? Oh no, he will go down. Torn apart memory. That's not a memory he wants to have, because Jeet plays right now. He is 0-for-0 on his so-called best hero, the Argus, and now we know for a fact that Unbeatable are struggling with creating that separation that they so badly needed. Junior G, Tyrant's Revenge, he want to go in. Apex might get caught. Eternal Guard, will it come down? No, it doesn't. At the moment, Kelra doesn't want to take all that damage left. Fire missiles coming out just to zone them away. Jay actually in the jungle trying to steal everything. Doesn't want to give Keldra any sort of gold, any advantage, and rightly so. But look at him. He is so aggressive getting into the tier 2 turret. He does have the last insanity survive. No, he does not. He will lose his strong armor. Appraiser's Wrath finally gets the kill. Narcissist just adding insult to injury with that blazing duet. That was something. Oh, scared yet.
Oh my
what
goodness.
Can we say?
That was actually pretty close for A as well, but yeah, just look at the amount of effort they've got to put in just to take his own buff, and now Video is adding insult to injury. Appraiser's Wrath comes in, but does not manage the Eternal Guard. Now jumps in. Video finishes him off. Wants to get his Tyrant's Revenge in. Junior G could not get the knockup, but does not matter. They were able to trade Meteor, but again, that's yet again a big win for ABM, because Mario is the EXP laner. He was able to deny that raid, and in terms of macro game, you can clearly see a 3,000 gold advantage as well. Look at the top lane. It's been removed entirely. Only the inhibitor remains. And even the mid-tier 1 has fallen now. It does not matter if in case they lose a couple of players, because look at top yet again. Eternal Evil. Really want to see that fight out there, because last insanity is now going to come in place as well. He kind of lost
the bot lane.
Okay, towards the bot. That was but I want to follow up for it.
Yeah, you can see once again the taunt coming in from Kelra right there. Jay, will he go down? He wants to get the kill. The taunt misses. Tyrant's Revenge, a bouncing ball. The kill will go to Kelra finally. Kelra has some kills on the board, some way to actually get this gold up. The gold gap is slowly getting away from the side of Team Unbeatable right now, and they're looking so beatable, my friend, because at the moment you can see that the gold lead is about 3.3k towards the side of ABM. However, the silver lining for Unbeatable is that Narcissist has not died a single time. He has 3 assists, and he is starting to hurt. And will it only be a matter of time as the Lord is up and they're starting to get that going, scared yet?
Yeah, as you mentioned already, Apex should be able to scout out Junior G, but that's a good Tyrant's Defense. Could not get the reaction on time, and now is in a horrible position. As the jab comes in as well. Eternal Guard does not get a knockup. Torn apart memory was pretty close indeed, and that's yet again Video trying to overexert that pressure, but maybe was not the perfect opportunity, or maybe it was. It is the game.
Blazing duet.
Into the back line, but a knockout strike from Manny Matthew himself. Deleting the cloud off. That thievery is not going anywhere. Keldra wants to get that pick, but cannot overstay his welcome, because it's all 5 members of ABM. What a massive win.
Hey, you know, if you're going against ABM, you're going against the best, and right now Unbeatable are feeling defeated a little bit. 5 to 15 kills scored. The goal lead right now, it was 3K and it jumped up to 5K. The Lord is being started. They're falling like dominoes. They need to have an answer, and that's why Jeet Plays is trying to get that split push going. And you know Argus is really good in that role to get that split push. Junior G might get caught here. They want to tag. They want to go for the Lord, but Eternal Guard coming out. Kelra gets burst down instantly. Last and standing, not as passive as Pop that will survive. No, she will not. She will go down. A here, thinking to herself, why did they go in? I'm not sure what they were thinking of, but meanwhile, the top lane, will they get a push? No, they don't even get anything in return. Scared yet. Nothing for the Lord and 2 kills.
Still would call it a misplay over towards the bot because Kelra wanted to jump in, but then there was no distraction from anyone. But this, I'm offended. Would he eventually be able to get the return and he will out only for him to survive? Kelra as well trying to go in for more of the blazing to it at back line. Radium gets deleted. I mean, with the way they are playing, I'm fumbling on my own words, but this gives them time to make sure that they don't fumble in the game. Yet again, Mirio now getting some aggressive play over on his top. Apex should be deleted, and he will be. Even though he actually gave in a good I'm offended setup, yet again catching 4 people, but there was just no one to help him out.
You can see once again Jay last insanity this time to disengage. Meanwhile, on the red buff side, Mirio still wants some of that smoke. He is so low, but still wants to keep going. Kelra somehow able to get that damn off, and now ABM will have to reset. So that was a successful defense, you can say, coming in from the side of Team Unbeatable. Even though it was a successful attack from the side of Team ABM, they've got all their tier 2 turrets, but Team Unbeatable were able to hold on to all their inhibitors. So this game has been back and forth. Even though ABM have the upper hand, seems like Unbeatable, you cannot underestimate them.
But now here's the thing. As you mentioned, Unbeatables cannot be underestimated. Narcissus has got his golden star, and he should be able to get a good damage in the back line. There we go, yet again a double
Junior G.
Who's there to support him? It's Jeet Plays, but Ryu goes in out with a big Eternal Guard does not help him out to survive. Narcissus tries to try and zone out here.
Blazing
to it, along with the Window Blazer. Radium trying to survive. It's the last shot in, and that's going to be another big on Junior G. And inhibit over towards the top as well is now under the aggression. 4 people taken down in an instant. What a way to kite around those ultimates.
It was such a beautiful play coming in from both the teams, but right now the pressure is down the mid lane. 4v1. Jeet Plays Eternal Evil just to survive, but everything's being thrown at him except for the kitchen sink. But mind you, I will get their last, and sadly, he will go down. And they give everything to Jeet Plays to make sure he understands that we don't care. You pick up your best or your favorite hero, but right now ABM are here to play and they're here to win this semifinal. Even though it's a best of 5 series, it feels like this is the final game of the best of 5. Already scared yet.
That's the kind of domination ABM always runs with, and you could clearly see that in terms of rotation as well, how they were able to shut down Kelra early on. And once you do that, the Brethren is basically no longer viable in those early rotations. And with the amount of map control they have, I highly doubt they might be taken down until and unless they make a misplay, or maybe we're going to see another crazy play from Junior G. Now, the only thing that I really feel is off is the coordination of Unbeatable. We have seen a couple of good setups from Junior G, but just not at the right time. So I am really hoping for them to try and bring it on, specifically in this situation when you know that ABM are pretty confident, and that's the perfect time to catch them off guard. But Apex, yet again, the front line with the I'm offended, it could potentially just ruin the entire evening of Jeet Plays. He's got to run
He
away
might
from
get
the
caught.
Yeah, he's getting
I'm
caught.
offended. Yeah, you can see the Lord marching down the mid lane. This is the Luminous Lord. ABM wants to end, but there's Splinter Race, but the disengage coming in the last battle. Blazing to it being used well. We will see them all fall like dominoes, torn apart memory to get that second kill. A Blazer's right, but not enough damage. They're trying to save the base. They're trying to save the base. Narcissus, though, he's doing as much as he can. ABM are falling apart. Will they be able to defend? Seems like UB will. They got the Lord still up. The cannon minions are too much for them to take. But seems like Narcissus will not have enough damage to clear the wave, and so
Victory!
will get the victory in this first game in the best of 5 series. That was one heck of a game, Scared. Yeah, what an ending to game number 1.
I mean, it wasn't a roller coaster ride. It was just a sheer domination right from the beginning. And Jay has shown why you should always ban an Xbox, because the way how Kelra was shut down early on, I mentioned it right during the draft. If in case there's a tanky jungler on one side, you know there's a true damage dealer on the other side. And Jay was able to do that so early on. And it's all thanks to the way how Apex and Ryu pressurized Kelra. From the first minute itself, you could see they forced the retribution on the purple itself just so Jay could have a simpler rotation over towards the Little Wanderer. Clearly shows you how they understand the micro mechanics of this game. And then not going over towards bottom, towards Narcissist, another great move, because normally you would see teams trying to have the advantage of Radium's early game burst and then force their way out with that gold laner. That would have given Jeet Place enough time to farm up. They made sure that he is the one who's always being punished on the Argus. And the reason for Mirio on that Paquito was just to dish out that extra bit of damage, which Jay might not be able to do specifically with the sustain start that he actually went with along with the brute force best play. So I love the approach that came in from them, and eventually they were able to shut down UB. I really need to see some good improvements in terms of the coordination from that team.
I mean, when you talk about that, right, Scared, yet I think the fact that Jeet Plays and UB need to let go of this Argus. I understand the Argus has been
Agreed.
working for you for so long, but you know when you're up against the best of the best, the Argus might not be the greatest pick only for the fact that he's not the best hero in the current meta. Yes, you might be great. If you want to put Argus in the jungle, maybe that's a different story. Maybe put Argus in the goal lane, but against the EXP lane where you kind of need a frontline presence to create that separation, and that's the difference that's the small slight change that actually made the biggest difference in this entire composition for ABM, because you have Mirio, like you said, just to dish out the extra bit of damage, but to create that separation and distance that was needed between the backline and the front line. And you have Jay to provide that disengage with Last Insanity. And let's not forget, MVP for me in this game was absolutely Apex. He picked up the perfect hero, and that was Ruby was a last pick as well, realizing that UB want to go in and engage. They have someone like that's going to jump in. They have Argus that's going to go in, and Narcissist that's going to go in, and Apex with the perfect disengage tool and with the engage tool. So Ruby might be something they might want to pick up themselves for the EXP lane, but you never know how it goes. But for now, Scared Yet, I think we might have to go for a short break before we come back with game number 2 in this best of 5 series, Clash of Titans Season 2, semifinal day 1.
Welcome back, everyone. You are watching Clash of Titans Season 2, and we are back in for game number 2 of Semifinals 1 between ABM up against
See value in
Unbeatables,
me?
who
Your
was
team
just
is
recently
should.
banned.
beaten by none other than ABM themselves, and it was again a pretty dominating match from their side. Xborg into the jungle, they were just able to make sure they got that momentum. They are the ones who've got the advantage, and now we'll be jumping into game 2 itself. I mean, with how quickly things went, I did not even have enough
Always on
time
the
to open the
way.
packet of chips and
Your
finish
team
one
is
off, given
banning.
the fact how we know we've got pretty less amount of them. Kronos will be back on the desk as well in a couple of seconds. In the meantime, you've got me to entertain you, and that's scared
Let's
yet.
go.
Looking
Let's
at the
go.
first few bands yet again, I could hear "Let's Go" as soon as I mentioned the name Kronos, so you know he is back in action.
Hey, scared yet? Thank you
Light
so
me
much.
up
I just
and
had to
watch
make
the
sure I
Your
get
team
my
world
is
throat a
banned.
burn.
little bit quenched to get that little parched going. I don't want to stay parched, especially casting such a big game. Semifinals, day one, a Clash of Titans
Hoot
season
hoot.
2. This is the
Horology is
cracker.
my
We had
craft.
that
Your
first
team
game,
is
which was so
banned.
amazing. The second game, I know for a fact, will not be any less. But right now, they have switched sides. The bans are in place. Seems like ABM actually banned out the B Rock this time, so I
I've
think they
been
want to
waiting
go
for
for the
too
Your
Fredrin
long.
team
route.
is
But
picking.
Fredrin was banned as well.
Hmm.
Let's hear from the
Maybe
crowd.
they just want to
Big
take CC. I was
surprise for
about to
yours
say the
truly.
exact
Yeah.
same thing, that they kind of want to take
Light will
CC
fall
because
prey
you
to
could argue
shadow.
Gyroth is the only one who would be able to counter anyone who wants to go in for a kiting play, just the skill to petrify, and then you've got the abyssal strike. But yeah, Jeet plays taking on his Argus yet again, comfort pick. I want to see how they're going to counter CC because you know the amount of kiting abilities CC has. You've got the skill to as well to kind of run out of the harm's way. Yo-yo blitz is basically going to be in your face all the time. Even though it might not seem a good burst of damage, with the amount of chip it actually does, over in just a couple of seconds, you would actually feel that hurt.
That is true. That it's constant,
Tremble before the
consistent
might
damage.
of
That's what
Your
Taurus.
actually
team is picking.
creates makes C such a viable option, and
Hope will
especially
find a
with
way,
the kiting ability,
even when
like you
all is
Your
mentioned.
team
forlorn.
is
And
picking.
once again, ABM are gonna pick up this ruby, and I am waiting to understand when will Team
No one can take you
Unbeatable
from me.
realize that this ruby is their undoing. And they picked up the Minotaur. It's a little better than the Kufra because you cannot really see when the Minotaur when he's going for the Minoan Fury. So I understand that, and maybe this Faramis could be
Your
the
team
key
is
to
banning.
changing the face of the game. But once again, not
To
really happy with
live
this Argus
is to
pick. Yes,
trick
it's a
the
comfort pick,
Reaper.
but there's so many other things that you can do though. Scared yet? Like, what do you think?
There's one thing that I really like is that there's a double layering over to what Unbeatables are now bringing in on the table, given the fact that Minotaur and the Minoan Fury is not going to get crowd control. So you know
Your
that
The
one
team is
strongest
piece is
banning.
ninja
going
has
to land.
arrived.
The question is how well they would be able to go in for that entire dive over the back line. Because even in the previous game, we saw Junior G trying to give the setups. He
Now
was
a Kai
getting
enters the
those
scene.
ultimates
Your
as well. The
team is
Tyrant's Rages
banning.
were landing in on towards the backline over Radium, even over Ryu. But it was only a situation where Apex was right in their faces. They could not go in, burst them down because Narcissist would either have to use the BMI to play for survival or he could use that aggressively to try and go in for that support. And it was kind of creating the hindrance. So now, since they picked up the Faramis, I like it because again, you've got that one massive ultimate to make sure even if Apex gives you the setup, you will have that second layering. Plus, Jeet plays now. I still feel would be able to provide some good break between the front and the back line, specifically if he jumps in at the perfect time with the demonic grip because Eternal Evil, he was
Chivalry
using
is
that pretty
dead,
well.
and
Your
I will
team is
I mean,
revive
yeah,
banning.
it.
he was using it pretty well, but it all comes down to see how they will utilize it. Because you know for a fact that this Argus is a double-edged sword. It's either going to get you a snowball of a victory, or you're going to have a really
I
hard
might
time.
not be
And
a
in the
lighted
previous game,
man,
I
Your
but
think
I
it was
do
the
team
know
is
latter
my
and not the
picking.
trades.
former. But for now, the bands are getting there. They're taking out the Clint. They're taking out the Hanzo. Once again, do not want to deal with the paying respects to this Hanzo pick that is so oppressive. On the other hand, taking away the Akai and the Barras that will actually go really well in synergy with the composition that Team Unbeatable have going. And I like this Brody that they're hovering over. I was about to say if they want to create a problem on the other side, it has to be someone that's aggressive in the early game, someone that has the damage, has the survivability, and also can solo his lane
This
by
is
themselves.
my
And
tempo.
Narcissus
Your
picking up
team
this
is
Brody
picking.
might prove to be the answer, given the fact that they have so much sustain with the heal from the Minotaur, the Eternal Evil, and the Nether Realm. So and they have a lot of distance with this big ultimate and torn apart memory. So it might be a game changer, but once again, Jay going for another pocket pick with this
Seeking to
Yin.
devour
And
your
we are seeing a
is
Moscow
picking.
on the grand stage.
I'll be honest, I would have loved Ixia a little bit more than the Brody in this scenario because Apex, not a lot of movement. Medio, yes, the only one, but then again, Ryu, he needs to be pretty close to you. Jay on the end, yeah, I mean, if he's right next to you, that really means the enemy has got a pretty solid peel, and now you are dead. You're not coming out alive because until and unless you've actually got the wind of nature and you use it at the perfect time. Radium, as you mentioned on that Moscow,
I'm
I'll be
born with
honest, I do not
talent.
like the draft that ABM is bringing. But for a fact, how they have been playing this game for a while, and given the fact that their coordination is a little bit better than Unbeatables right now, I feel they might be able to close it out. Though I love the draft from UB. They've also brought in the Guinevere in the hands of Kelra. He will be able to give a good disengage as well. Plus, if he lands in those spatial migrations, you know the knockup is coming in pretty quickly. And Narcissist on the Brody would be able to chunk down that front line. But I mean, I'm just gonna place my bets on ABM in this game yet again. But over
I'm,
for the draft, over for the draft. The draft goes for UB. They've actually won in the draft.
I mean, I would say UB have the draft. It just goes to show that how good ABM are in the micro aspect of the game, which is why it's so great that even though if the opposition have better draft, that you still want to place your bets on towards ABM only for the fact that they've been playing fantastic in all the tournaments that we've
5
seen.
seconds
But
till
let's
the
not
enemy
forget the
reaches
current
the
tournament that we are in, which is
Smash
Clash
them.
of Titans Season 2, ladies and gentlemen.
All
Game
troops
number 2
deployed.
of us, the first semifinal in this tournament between Team ABM, which is on the blue side this time, versus Team Unbeatable on the red. Both the junglers getting started with their blue buff. It seems like Junior G is being annoying a little bit this time compared to Apex.
I mean, he was doing that in the previous one as well, but with Minotaur he gets a little more leeway to do it. I guess
Oh, I don't know
more.
about that now.
He's
Oh,
just able
he...
to run away. He's also got that heal and the support as well from A now coming in. So yeah, it's absolutely fine. And now we're going to see some return pressure coming in over towards the top. I was about to mention maybe that he's going to win and bully Jeet plays in the lane until level 4. And even after level 4, Meteor is still going to bully him because he can potentially have a chance to bait out the Eternal Evil. But yeah, I actually love the rotation this time from UB because they've got the Little Wanderer control. They will be going in towards the bot. But bottom is again where Narcissist is.
Oh,
He needs to play for
are
survival.
you?
Yeah, he's just gonna tap
Oh,
it down a little bit. I don't think so. It's gonna be a problem. But Medio for sure, he's got to run away now. The support was good. And again, over towards the bot. I think
I
so. Narcissist is
Oh,
safe.
that's first blood. A narcissist will get that. I just realized my jaw was dropped. I was a little taken aback only because I just see Apex is actually playing on the Vexana and Ryu has picked up the Ruby this time. So I'm not sure who's gone for the roam build and who has gone for the normal build, because you want to see who's picked up the roam boots. If you take a look at the itemization, yes, it is Ryu, so they switch it up a little bit. Maybe Apex just want to go for a little bit on the damage route. He's tired of providing the setups. He's like, hey, I've been giving everything for you guys, now it's your turn. Yes, we see the Deathly Grass come out on towards Junior G. And right now, they want to hit their level 4 power spike, but more likely so for the side of Team Unbeatable because this turtle is up for grabs. But you see that EXP that they're sharing, it's not there. They don't have the power. They don't have the control of the river and the turtle pit. This is not a fight that they want to pick because right now, ABM are on the hunt. They want to get that turtle. They have 4 there in place. And Junior G not having the Minoan Fury and along with the Nether Realm will be a problem. Once again, you see the CC coming out from Ruby, which is such a problem. They fall like dominoes. 2 kills going in towards the side of ABM in that one single fight. And I think that's a fight that they didn't want to pick. Make that 3. That's a delayed kill, I believe, that they get. I don't think they should have gone for that one, should they?
They should not have. I agree with you on that one. Oh my goodness, that's a massive upgrade. Ryu, yeah, Jitle has been bullied from the previous game and even now. But yet again, don't run full king, and he's not letting him run away whatsoever. Clearly
Yeah,
shows
that's
you
not.
it's not just Apex, even Ryu can do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the moment it just goes to show that ABM have their composition, have their idea lined up, but right now you can see that they want to get the Jay can single out a person during the fight in this team fight. Just pick somebody off. Facial migration, Kelra missing everyone completely, and Junior G might want to save his friend, but there it is. My turn will be taken. Eternal Guard, Minnow and Fury, but can't really do anything as he will go down. Frenzy Strike takes down Kelra as well, and now Jeet is just running for his life, but they're thirsty, and they're thirsty indeed, and he will fall as well, because Mirio right now to get that kill.
So, here's the thing yet again, over towards both the lanes. You could argue that bottom lane was actually the winning lane for UB, and that is exactly where we saw the first target from ABM. They got the first pick on Narcissus, which gave leeway to Radium to farm easily and also swap in between the lanes. Look at the bottom lane. Already been taken away entirely, but over towards the top, Narcissus now is going to be pulled back into the eye of Freddy. Runs away for now, but that's not enough because yet again Yo-Yo Blitz comes in from Mirio. So on apartment 3, is it available? That's the question. He needs to go in at the perfect moment of time.
Oh, Mirio.
From my turn, and it's going to be a knock upon Jay. That's a good one, but yet again Eternal Guard comes into the way. Christian migration does not catch it, but it's absolutely fine.
And Fury.
A good up comes in as well, and yeah, that's another pick going in for the side of UB. Pretty good trade for now, but wait a second, Mirio, do you play it? This is pretty annoying, but it's fine. Narcissus now joining for the support. Preemptive use of his own ultimate. That is not a good one because Mirio survived that. He was not supposed to.
I mean, if you take a look at it, the performance delay did help out in making sure that he survived. Jeet plays right now. Once again, getting caught. I'm offended under the tower this time with the flicker. Ryu with the recall taunts, and Radium just picks up that kill for free. They're waiting for Jeet plays to use that Eternal Evil, and that's when they will go for the kill. And once again, Narcissus getting taken into my turn right now, and that Frenzy Strike will get the kill for Jade. And right now, ABM are slowly but surely running away with it. The goal lead, 3K. Once again, the last time it was this, it jumped to a 5K mark within a span of few seconds. And look at Ryu, just taunting Jeet play. They're just bullying him at this point. He's not able to go to his own lane and clear the waves. And this is the reason why you want to go for a meta build. And Mirio right now jumping in, trying to go for these team fights. They want to get something going, applying the pressure. I'm offended. And Kelra will fall. Netherrealm a little too late. And they're trying to get out there. Mirio once again with the Yo-Yo Blitz doing as much damage as he can. Like this said, yet the ability to kite and the movement that comes in from this performance delight. Finally, Vengeance and the torn apart memory. Not enough to get the kill.
It's not just a lack of damage, because if Brody is not scaled up early game, then he's not going to be scaling up until the late itself, because in the mid game you will see the opponents building up those defensive items. And I mean, it's just declining scale for Brody from this point onwards. So I don't think so he'd be able to support a lot in the upcoming fights either. Because Ryu, he is basically a pretty solid frontline. If in case there's any problem, Jay is going to take away one of the hero of the entire map. You will not see that person in the land of Dawn. It's yet again his own Ryoiki Tenkai.
And at the moment you see,
Cannot damage, but yet again there's a perfect little lens along with the Shadow Stampede. It's gonna help them out a little bit, but where is the follow-up damage? It comes into play from side of this. But ABM, it's done.
they're falling.
Yeah, they will.
ABM are getting the kills left, right, and center. It seems like Kelra wants to get something in return. He will. They get 2-for-2 trade, but ABM are firmly in control because Radium right now cuts the path for Kelra, and Kelra is not able to get out of there. And seems like this game is falling and slipping in from the hands through the cracks of their fingers from the side of Team UB. and they need to think of a game plan. Scary, you think it's time for them to actually just reset, think of a different game plan that they can go for the next game, or do they wait it out? Do they still have a chance to make this comeback?
Let's be honest, they've got absolutely no hero that can actually scale into the late game apart from Jeet Plays. And he is actually going 0-5-1. There's a
I mean, if you look at
3
it
level gap.
technically in a team fight, Faramis can do something with the Ghostbusters, but then again, he needs the itemization. But Kelra goes in spatial migration with Minnow and Fury coming in. They get the trampoline effect into play. Finally, Ryu will fall. NetherRealm to save him. They get the kill on that, and they try to get the turret. They will, and the NetherRealm has been taken apart. The turret's passive will be there to save him. Deadly grabs Kelra, trying to bite off more than he can chew. They get the kill on towards Jay, who got taken into my turn, but Jeet Play finally coming out with a solo play there. I think ABM are just trying to getting too overconfident right now.
That's a mistake from ABM, and that's a very good punish from BB because they were able to get a good shutdown on two of those main players, but it's absolutely fine. Meteor is still going 5-0-5 with the way he's kiting around. They're not having that much of a problem. Ryu as well going in for some good. I'm offended. It took a lot of resources by Yubu to actually get those picks, but now it's going to be Ryu yet again going in. We are no, not yet committed. That's the first tap. Absolutely three people, and along with the eternal dance, the knocker comes into perfect play, and it's going to be Radium deleting everyone off along with Apex. That is just a nasty play. Mirio and Ryu fall, but it's absolutely fine. It's EXP Lena, it's the roamer. They will be gladly taking the bottom inhibitor. No before Narcissus to save it, as he's being bullied out of that tower.
Oh, they're going in. My turn being used once again. I think he will follow the Frenzy Strike. Yes, he does. The Frenzy Strike does follow, and seems like A will fall this time as well. And this is a quick game that ABM were able to take compared to the first game. Going to show how dominant, how confident they are to take this victory 2-0 in this best-of-5 series. And seems like ABM are trying to run away with it right now.
It's Apex getting the MVP yet again. Massive play. Massive play with just 2 items. I mean, Enchanted Talisman as well as the Lightning Truncheon. What else do you need on a Vixana? You'd be able to burst your opponents down just like that because of the curse mark that he always plays. Radium 4-0-6 doing a phenomenal job with the Trinity built into the Malefic Roar, not even making a Wind of Nature because he does not care about Jeet Plays. He knows the front line is in the perfect position. He will always, in every other situation, survive. And again, the itemization is brilliant because Ryu went in for the dominant size as the first item. Does not care that Keldra is there with the magic damage or even if it's A with the Ghostbusters. He knows that Argus will be healing himself. Faramis, yet again with the Netherrealms, will be saving the team. And Junior G with the Flask of Oasis is going to provide some crucial support with that extra bit of shield. So he makes sure that it's all cut in half.
I like the fact that Jay went for the Sea Halberd first. It just goes to show the levels that they are. You know, sometimes people say 1 + 1 is 2 and 2 + 2 is 4, 3 + 3 is 6. But to ABM, it doesn't go like that. It's 1 + 1 is 2, 2 + 2 is 4, and 3 × 3 is 9. Folks, that's how you multiply. You don't just add or divide, you multiply, and that's what ABM are doing with their damage, with their levels of play, and with their knowledge that they're sharing among their team. The communications that's on all-time high, 22-9. This game went for 9 minutes and 51 seconds. And I can't wait for the next one because I know, Scared, yeah, you're excited about it too. But before that, let's take a small break and we will be right back. Welcome back, folks, to Clash of Titans Season 2, game number 3 in this Best of 5 series for the first semifinal. And right now we have a Team ABM versus Team
Your team
Unbeatable.
is
For those of you who are just joining us, Team Unbeatable are 0-2 towards Team ABM, who have picked up 2 victories in this Best of 3 series. My name is Kronos. I am your host and caster. Alongside me is the one and only Scared Yet. You think he should go for the Argus once more or not?
You want my real answer or the one that I actually put on poll?
Professionally, and the one that you
Make
actually
some
put on
noise for
poll.
yours truly.
Professionally, I'll be honest, I hope that he does not pick Argus yet again. And if in case he does, then they've got to focus in on the other lanes as well as in the mid lane, that they've got some good early game to support Jeet plays, because he will not be able to do anything until he's level. And yeah, for the answer that I actually did on poll, I said yes. I mean, you've done it twice, might as well just do it for
Always
the
on
third
the
time.
way.
But yeah,
Your
we'll discuss about
team
that
is
later on.
banning.
Because 4 bans already up on the board. Ruby, CC, along with the Dyroth, Mathilda. Seems like they've actually heard what you were saying, Chronos. Ruby was creating a problem, so they've already banned it out. Maybe I'm expecting a Diggy to be taken away, or might as well a Minotaur. Maybe an
I've
Xbox
been
if they'll give
waiting
a
for
vote for it,
too
but yeah,
long.
let's
Is
stick to
banning.
carry.
I mean, I think they don't want to give carry to Radiant Break only because it's a very tanky hero,
Horology is
and
my craft.
also
Diggy is my
also
name.
a marksman that can actually dish out a lot of damage. It
team
seems
is
like
picking.
this time they're going towards the X-Borg route at their first pick, and they're taunting him once again. The Team ABM, do not let us down. Want to show that, hey, are you gonna pick up the Argus? Now maybe they can pick up the Argus themselves and show Jeet how it's played. However, no disrespect, he is a fantastic player, but I think sometimes you should know when to sacrifice for the team, because a team victory is much better than a solo victory.
I was not expecting a pick for the Fredrin, I'll be honest. Because again, there's an Xborg on the other side.
Sniper ready. Give me a
Wish we had
target.
some
Your team is
hero
picking.
named by PS. Might have been a pretty solid battle, but it's a Leslie pick early on for Radium. So true damage is now being answered by true damage. If in case there's any other tanky hero, you know it's going to be melted as well. But I still feel early on they can lock in a Brody or maybe any other marksman in that situation, because they will be able to quickly have that advantage over Radium early on. And if that's not going to be the case, then you know ABM would be investing at least their rover over there on that
Tremble
side.
before the might
Or
of
maybe just pick up a
Taurus.
Kadita in this situation, because Kadita in that mage position will be able to find those angles to jump on Radium. And that could actually be a pretty solid catch. I like the Minotaur pick.
Ooh, they heard you, Scared Yet. They heard you. They want to go for
The
this
southern
Kadita. Yes, they
seas
did.
are my
We are liking this
domain.
draft once again, but I
When you
only
gaze
hope
into
we don't
the
see an
Your
Argus
team
for
is
Apex.
banning.
The Selena
abyss
out of
stands
nowhere.
back.
What's happening?
For honor.
Your team
So
I
is
like the
that would
Selena
banning.
be
pick.
I like that too, because they would be able to give the position away with those traps, and that's a pretty good counter for Kadita herself, because you know those bushes, they'll always be the vision. So Radium will have a little bit of a leeway. But now again, since it's Leslie, not a lot of mobility, Tigreal has been taken away, given that there could potentially be some solid setups. And since Minotaur has already been picked up on the other side, I still am not quite sure why they would actually secure a Tigreal ban, because they've
I
secured
would
the
rather
EXP,
betray
they've
the
also taken
world
the
is
than
Minotaur.
let the world
Might have
betray
been
me.
a situation that they're just throwing the bans away and they don't care. But Yuzhong ban is also pretty good. I'm expecting a Narcissist to possibly pick up something like an Ixia.
Ready? Go! Your
I
You
know
know
team
what?
not,
is
not a
banning.
pretty good pick, or not a mainstream pick, but you will have the full barrage and the range using which you can actually bully Radium as well as J and Apex.
I mean, I like the pick that would be the Ixia, but right now I want to see a Diggy ban, because you want to have this. If you give them the Diggy, it's just going to be too much for them to deal with. You have the traps, you have the
Spoiler
ticking
alert.
time bombs. I don't know. I want to see a Diggy ban coming in. Don't make the mistake, Unbeatable. You know, even if you know Apex is going to play that Selena, you don't want to give
Tremble
them
in
that
my
Diggy, but they
Your
want to
team
give
is picking.
away. They want to take away the phobia. So now maybe that goes to show they probably want to pick up the 1-1.
Highly possible, would be a pretty solid pick. And spoiler alert, by the way, Diggy was third banned by ABM.
Oh
So
my
yeah.
God, I'm blind. I'm blind. I'm blind.
It's absolutely fine. It happens to the best of us, man. I mean, watching the Tigreal ban, you would not
I
expect
will
the
choose my
Diggy
own
ban
path.
Your
already on the right
team
of
is
it because it
picking.
took all of the attention. But Mirio with the R-Lot
Welcome to my
EXP,
imaginary
I
world.
love it. You called for a 1-1 pick because of the Phobias ban. It is a 1-1 pick as well. And as
Maybe a Lancelot. Maybe a
yeah,
Lancelot in the jungle.
Lancelot will be a pretty good pick, or maybe he could go in for a Ling with a full-on dive composition. Hell, bring
I like that.
those swords on them. Just going for
I
any of
like
the
that.
assassins would be pretty good.
I mean, rain down hell completely with that sword, Blades of Tempest, and just go for it entirely, full dive comp. You have nothing to lose at this point. You're 2-0 down. You have a dive composition order. You have a disengage coming in with this Minoan Fury. Once again, he showed the Argus. I was like, please don't do that. Don't do that to us. Not again. We don't want to see this once again. He's actually
Your
going
team
for
is
it.
picking.
Shut up. You clicked on yes on that poll. I know that.
I know I did click yes, but at the same time, it just why would you do that? Why would you go for the Argus once again? He is not good in this composition. I understand it's a pocket pick, it's a good hero, but once again, you will go against if you're going against Miri on the EXP lane, final slash, you're not gonna be able to do anything. The abyssal arrow, you're not gonna be able to do anything. You have true damage against you. Not the best thing. You cannot catch Ryu with this Novaria. The distance is just too much. You're trying to go against Jay, he's gonna get taunted. And I mean, at this point, Jeet plays. Go for the split push, my guy.
I'll be honest, as you mentioned, yeah, split push is what's going to happen for Jeet plays, but a Ling or a Lancelot would have just sealed the deal for unbeatables at this point. It could have been
Yeah,
a phenomenal draft, a good counter. But now Ryu, he's going to be playing on that range. So forget that Narcissist is even going to catch on to him. Keldra as well, he will potentially be bullied by those Astral Spears. And Astral Echo is going to reveal so much information. So even though A has picked up the Kadita, there's some hard counters on the other side because of the amount of vision they could possibly provide. And Mirio is there and Arlet is in his hands. So those setups are going to come in. And you know that Junior G with those Minion Fury will try to give the setups, and that is the timing that Mirio will look to try and get a pick onto either Narcissist or maybe A, maybe both. We're gonna have some fun in that one, ladies and gentlemen. But it could potentially be the last match of the evening of this best of 5 semifinals one, because it is 2-0 already in favor of ABM. Let's see if it's going to be UB pushing us to map 4, or will we see just a 3-0?
true. That introduction to the game, folks. I know you're excited. I'm excited. Apex is excited. He's looking for the Abyssal Arrow quite early into the game. It's one of the only heroes that actually gets all the skills in about level 1, level 2. So, this Apex is trying to get into the EXP lane, trying to get a little bit more. But, seems like they've actually switched the lane. So they have given this Argus some potential, some maneuverability. But here we are going in. The knockup coming with Breath of the Ocean. Mirio might be going down. He will have to flicker out of there. Finally, the aggression is on the side of Team Unbeatable this time. And you can see Jeet Plays having a much better time in the goal lane.
Just gonna have some fun, but not a lot of fun, because again, it's Radium. He's gonna be bullied yet again. Oh my god, the
Demonic Rip. Oh my god. That
it connected. He would have been deleted in an instant, but Narcissist would be able to do the same thing that Radium is doing to G Plays right now. Just kind of try and bully him early on, but you will not get some early items on the 1-1. So that is going to be some problem. So we will have to make sure that G Play gets some massive value out of the goal lane, while also denying those levels to Radium. Yet again, just the gold crab being taken up by this side. Nothing much as of now, but okay.
Apex.
From Apex. Flicker to bail him out, and it has been burnt up early on. So it's going to be difficult on the turtle fight.
Look at that, Apex annoying with those abyssal arrows, getting them on point, and let's not forget that Astral recalls those spheres coming in from afar. So you have two things to watch out for, not just the arrow, but also the spheres. So at this point, if I was team ABM, I'll be doing that as much as I can. And if I was on the other side, I'll be watching for everything and waiting. Breath of the Ocean, the knockup, but there's no mana from A. You get the stop coming in. The Astral Sphere, once again, praises, man. Thanks to the Abyssal Arrow. The perfect combination at the right time, right down the middle. Jay gets 2 kills, gets 1 kill, and here Keldra trying to bite off more than he can chew. The final splash coming in. Keldra trying to do as much as he can. You see the Swan coming, Swallow coming back. Narcissist, the crossbow of Tang with the Inspire, but doesn't have the damage to be able to survive. The pressure's on from Ryu once again. Was that the Petrify on towards the creep? I don't know what I'm looking at right now, because seems like the side of Team UB are just panicking quite a lot. Not sure what they want to do.
It seems that in terms of getting the draft right, they might have picked up some heroes that they're uncomfortable on, or maybe just a slip of a finger. Because A could have potentially wanted to get a catch. Talking about getting
Narcissist.
Narcissist is done. Mirio, once you know that the Solid has got a final slash up in not fighting up close. Specifically when Narcissist does not has his own ultimate. G-Play, gotta run away, run boy, run. Yet again being tagged by so many of those kills, but he pops Apex. Apex should be taken down. That's actually a pretty solid one. Getting an item early on as well, Demonic Grip to bail him out. And now the support is here. The cavalry has also arrived. So pretty good play as of now. Good knocker. Ryu needs to run out the Fury. And that is such a great catch onto Radium. But Jay wants to try and equalize those odds as well. G-Place should be taken down. A good rough nails as well, but does not deal enough damage. And now it's going to go in for the Appraiser Smash. Oh, but in the middle of it. And that is going to be a pick on Jay. He's stun, but it does not matter. Ryu all he can do is just try and clear out the way, but he will another great night to last sanity. And they are going to try and catch Apex yet again. He's got some extra bit of a shield and will be able to get some consolation in that fight, but a good engagement from Unbeatable.
Finally, Unbeatable getting the redemption arc that they're looking for. This fight was good for them, but right now, I don't think they want to be going half HP against true damage dealing Radium on this Leslie. But finally, you can see how the fact that once G-Plays gets going on this arc is how the entire team revolves around that. And once he has his items, once he gets the flow, once he is confident in his gameplay, you know for a fact everyone is going to follow, and I think he carries the confidence of the team within himself. So right now seems like Unbeatable are looking like their former self and not the beated version that ABM had a beatdown on. But right now we're seeing another fight. They're trying to get Junior G gets caught with the Abyssal Arrow. Astral Meteor, will he go down? Yes, he will, to the Abyssal traps, and that is what we were talking about. This long range skills which they cannot do anything about. But look at A scared yet. Petrify, rough wave. Oh, the taunt! The taunt! Oh, the taunt was perfect. That was absolutely perfect coming in from Jay, but the appraiser, but A is still able to survive. Will he go down? No, he will not. Yes, he will. Breath of the Ocean, still not enough. Ryu will fall, however. I think that was beautifully played coming in from ABM, realizing what they needed to do. The taunt once again. G-Play's trying to zone them away on the top side. They get a solo kill. Mirio will get that. Turtle will go towards Keldra. Junior G, he has the knockup. Another unstoppable double kill going in. Apex will go down as well. What's happening? They're falling like dominoes. Scared yet?
I told you I already like this drop. That's another good pick on Ryu. He will fall as well. It's again ABM getting a little too overconfident, but I would still not say the game is entirely lost, because they have been having some good score from G-Play and not from Narcissist, who is going 0-0 against. And now they're going to get a pick onto him as well. It's a brilliant
shot down, baby.
A perfect rotation, and that is just how you were supposed to play the Argus. Abyssal Arrow will land, but it does not matter. There's no one to support him.
That was a beautiful coming in from the side of Team Unbeatable. They are putting the pressure on this time. Hopefully they don't make a mistake, and this is the mistake I was talking about, but they're able to follow up. G, will he go? He gets a solo kill down, but Narcissist has the crossbow tang unlocked. Will he want to go for a Praise strat? Crossbow tang is there. Breath of the Ocean, rough waves being used. They get the kill once again. Junior G covering a rock and a hard place. Abyssal traps is there. Once more going in the Abyssal arrow. You can see that the follow-up is coming in. Breath of the Ocean was there to help him save him. Minoan Fury, will he go down? Apex gets knocked up once again. He will fall. And finally, Unbeatable getting what they need. Mirio actually misses the final slash.
That is just a phenomenal maneuver from G Plays. He dodged it perfectly as well. And that is the strength of Argus. Darth Vader now in his prime form that we were waiting to see. Demon Hunter sword being secured in by Narcissus, so he will be able to turn down that Fred win a lot more. And that's another crossbow attack, maybe not popped up, but a good dodge from Radium. But he will fall as well, low in that HP. You get a couple of base attacks, but a good support coming in from Jay at the right at the time. He will not be able to find the pick, maybe he will. And plays as well. Angle, he goes towards the right, and that is the worst possible outcome in that fight. And look at Jeet Plays. He's just now bullying everyone from ABM over towards the mid. Mirio will now just try to run away after looking for the support after the Jeet Plays. Will dive into the tower itself. Mirio now wants to go in for something. Might not have the perfect maneuver as he will fall. A legendary. He's been going 11, 0, and 0.
Oh, this is Redemption Arc. This is what Jeet Plays is looking for. His villain arc, Darth Vader, has been unlocked, folks, because right now he is the Darth Vader that we wanted to see. Jeet Plays showing us why he is the best Argus player out there, and this is what we were talking about. He had that fight going on without the Eternal Evil. Looks like ABM are the ones that are getting cornered right now. The pincer maneuver coming in from Unbeatable, and right now they're trying to zone them away. The perfect picks Jeet Plays actually might fall. Abyssal Arrow going on towards Junior G, who's protecting his team as much as he can. And Jeet Plays, after all the beating he took, is giving the beatdown of his lifetime towards the side of ABM. But mind you, they get the pickoff on towards Apex. If you watched A, ladies and gentlemen, that was a clean pickoff with the rough waves coming in, along with that Breath of the Ocean. Beautiful play by A. This has been an entertaining game so far. Scared yet?
I mean, I told you before coming into this game that I was kind of tired, but hey, I don't know where that extra bit of the energy and adrenaline is coming from, but it probably is by watching this potential comeback story and a redemption arc. A good stun as well to land in.
Oh no!
He will have to move back because he's using the Piraga. But that's not the best.
Jeet Plays!
Everyone is jumped in, but that's not going to destroy the over the tower. They will get a lot of damage in a great pick. He will fall, but it does not matter. He's taken down Radium and Ryan will fall as well. It's the follow-up. Jay could not land in the appraisers rather. This fight makes it in the end as Apex is the last man standing and they do not care about the pick on back of it. Good stun as well that comes in.
They want the kill.
Apex is done for, and this is the comeback from the side of Unbeatables as they give it back to APM in game number 3.
I just have one thing to say, Scared Yet. I just have one thing to say. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? This is a game, this is a series worthy of a final, but we're getting it in the semifinals. And MVP, rightly so, going to Jeet Plays on this Argus. Doesn't even have the boots. He doesn't need those shoes. He's got his socks pulled up. He has the Darth Vader costume on. He's ready to rock and roll. Corrosion Sight, Demon Hunter Sword, Golden Staff, Malefic Roar. Gonna go towards that Sea Halberd, even all that damage. And ABM had no chance. And I think that switch in the lane is what they perfectly needed. 34% damage, 52,000 compared to nobody even close. For the first time, you're seeing a Novaria not doing enough damage. Man, this is what the Argus is. It's a double-edged sword. It can cut you down, but at the same time, it can chop up the opposition. And chop up he did.
So I'll be just putting it out loud here. Medio, even though he was able to get a couple of picks on Narcissist, but Narcissist was kind of just trying to buy the time because it's EXP laner, or maybe you could say the fighter, who eventually has a good value early on in the game. And that is one of the reason why Jeet Plays swapped over towards that goal lane to get that early corrosion strike, to get those early few power spike items as well. The Trinity, I mean, yet again, working out phenomenally on him. And you could also see that he was every single time there whenever the team needed him. 56% team fight participation too. On the other end of the spectrum, you could argue that yes, Jay, even though he went in for the Fredrin pick, Xbox is just going to melt him down. Even though Kelra did not do a lot in that game, you had Jeet Plays who was clearing out that backline because this combination of Selena as well as pairing up with Ryu on the Novaria, you could say it was again a situation where Novaria wants to play in for a very far range, while Apex, he has to go in for that dive. And there was absolutely no one to go in for the dive with him. Mirio, arguably, yes, but he was just not present at the correct moments when the fights were being broken out or were being taken, and the entire pace was being dictated by Unbeatable. So ABM, they're now going to play in the fourth game, and I am pretty down to see what's going to happen in that.
Yeah, I'm excited too. But right now, folks, let's take a short break and be back for this Clash of Titans Season 2 tournament. And for those of you who voted yes for Jeet Plays to play this Argus, he played it, he won the game, he got the MVP. So what else do you need? So we will be back as soon as possible, folks. Stay tuned.
With a pretty exciting back and forth, third game of the evening. We've got a good winning moment, specifically from Jeet Plays. I mean, he wanted to get his ego satisfied on the Argus, and he had a perfect opportunity 12, 1, and 2. And on the back of that entire team play, Unbeatables have made a comeback. But will that story continue in game 4 is going to be a question which will be answered in the next
I
20 to
do what I
25
want
minutes.
to do.
As we're jumping into the game number 4's drop, ladies and gentlemen, you all are watching the Battle Knights Clash of Titans Season 2, and it's me, Scary, and alongside the man who's trying to fill his tummy a little bit, it's Kronos.
Hey, Scared, you don't gotta call me out like that, but you don't gotta call out Jeet Plays like that. Yes, he wanted to get that ego satisfied, and he has done that indeed. But for now, my friend, I request you gotta play for your team. Yes, we know you can
Indeed.
carry them from the EXP lane. We know you're amazing on Argus. You've showed it, you've proven it to us. But now is the time for us
I've
to
been
come with a
waiting for
different
too long.
strategy. Go for the one that will help make the play for the team. Maybe a Lapu Lapu, maybe the Grok in the XP lane, maybe the
All
Terizla.
right.
We haven't seen the Terizla in a long time. If you can get that big fat penalty zone, that can change the game.
I,
You know, there's even the
Minotaur,
export
will
that can be
finish
played in
off
the
what was
XP lane.
left
So
undone.
let's figure it out. But you know what? What else was figured out? ABM figured out Minotaur's been the problem. Let's take him off the table.
But now, since the Ruby has been banned out, so the Kufra could be picked up by Junior G. And we will potentially see a good setup play. But on the other side, there could be the answers. Diggy should be the go-to ban at this moment. Or maybe they kind of want to go in for that respect Hanzo ban because they
Let's
haven't
hear from
kind
the
of shown
crowd.
it. Xbox is
Make
also
some
open.
noise for yours
To take away the
truly.
CC. All right, but that again means quite a lot of pin picks. Xbox has not been answered by either of these teams. The one team that has picked
Light
it
me
has
up
won the
and
game,
watch
so it's
the
going
Your
to be the
world
team
good
is
strategy.
burn.
third.
ABM securing it right away. The question is it going to be in the hands of Jay or Mirio? Because Fredrin should be off the boards now.
Yeah, I mean, if I was UB, I
Horology is
would have
my
picked
craft.
Fredrin, but they're
Diggy is my
going in
name.
for this Diggy. I like the Diggy, but only goes to show we've seen Junior G be phenomenal, right? Absolutely stupendous with these setup tanks. But right now, is he as good on the supports? Is he really good on this Diggy? Is he good on the
See
heroes like the
value in me?
Matilda? But
Your
I don't
team
know
is
You
why you
third.
would
should.
go for the Fredrin. The opposition has picked up the X-Borg. Why would you want to go for a Fredrin? They are falling straight into the traps of ABM. UB have to learn. Don't get taunted. Don't fall into these traps. And now they have. Once again, the Argus being shown
Hope will
just to
find a way,
ignite
even when
and
all is
start the engine of
forlorn.
GT Plays before he auto locks that Argus button.
We've seen a Melissa, we've seen a Clint as well. Ryu sticking back to the basics, locking in the Vixana. Maybe Kadita could potentially be another
Chivalry is
good
dead,
pick, but the
and
question
I
Your
is,
will
team is
revive it.
does
picking.
Kadita get horrified by Vixana? That's the
I
that, that
mean,
that's a question I want an answer of. I don't
I
think so.
think I know.
You
No,
don't
when you use the
know the
first skill and you
power
go
of
in,
the dark
right?
side.
When you're under the water,
Yeah.
it's too much raining. But yeah, when you're going when you're going in under the water, you do not get terrified. You are immune to any sort of CC that's
Okay.
happening except before any sort of suppression. Any sort of
Suppression,
CC you
indeed.
are immune to. So yes, you won't get horrified, you won't get terrified, but once again, I am definitely terrified of this Argus.
I am the
Once
power of light
again.
incarnate.
You know what I would love to see in this situation? I know it might not be big, but I would love to see a Louis. Because with the amount of
Ooh.
burst damage through those yin yangs, and given the fact that Ryu yet again does not have a lot of mobility and will try to play in with that range, you could even use the Eternal
Your
Guard
team
to
is
kind of
banned.
get that spray and those marks
To
transferred over to
live
the other
is
people
to
as well, which
trick
will
the
eventually help you out.
Reaper.
But Faramis being banned out, I still feel it's a pretty good ban given the fact how Mario could, or maybe Jay potentially later on, could use that lasting insanity, and Netherlands is a good disengage tool, plus a lot of poke, let's be honest, with the alarm bombs. A good answer
Your
back.
The
team is
Hansa has been
strongest
banned.
banned out
ninja
as
has
respect as well.
arrived.
I'm still pretty surprised after seeing that Kaja ban, and it possibly would be because again there's a Diggy on the other side, which could eventually be crowd controlled by just a suppression.
Yeah, I like the fact that you pointed that out, right? You have Diggy, he has the times journey. The only thing that can cancel it out or not or surpass that is the suppression, and you want to take away this Kaja. And Kaja is a direct counter to Argus itself. So yes, it will be a problem.
Pain
They realize
is
that
the
they take it off
proof
the
that I'm
board,
still
but this time
alive.
ABM don't want to give them the early route. Take away this Brody. That is a counter to this Clint.
Yeah, because the playstyle for both of these heroes is kind of similar.
Time and tide
But
wait for
maybe
no man.
yeah,
Your
Beatrix
team
get
North
again a
girl.
pretty solid pick if in case you get that early game snowball in. But
I am
I'll
he,
be honest,
and
if in case
always
it's a
will be,
yin
no
and it
matter
is a
what.
yin, I'm not a pretty big
Uh,
fan of this pick. So hear me out, hear me out. Yeah, you can get a pretty good knock if in case you are all bulky, just like how this Franco is. You would be able to chunk down
Like
the
a
Beatrix for
wormhole,
half
I
HP
was
with
led
just
to the
that.
Your
And
underworld.
then
team
in
is
my
And
turn,
in
that will
fear,
eventually be
Sir
just a matter
King
of how you
Yama
get slated down.
tremble.
But what about Jeet plays with the Eternal Evil? What about Junior G? Keldra, I don't think so. He's gonna have face any problem with that. And I would love a Kadita pick. I mentioned it early on. Not a lot of mobility on Radium or Ryu. Kadita could be a great pick.
The southern
Yeah, I like
seas
this
are
Kadita pick coming
my
in, but I don't like
domain.
this Beatrix pick actually. I mean, when was the last time you
Same.
saw Beatrix? I mean, Beatrix is a solid marksman, yes, but there are just better marksmen in the meta. You have the Bruno, you have Claude, you have so many picks that will be really useful and provide a lot of mobility, a lot of the damage that they need. But seems like they want to go for the burst damage route, and you have the range with the Renner coming in from Beatrix, but I like this Apex pick of Franco only because of the Bloody Hunt. But I actually like this Yin pick a lot. Okay. I like it a
Hmm.
lot more compared to what I think, only because if you take the Diggy off the table completely, Frenzy Strike, my turn. If Diggy is gone, then the Eternal Guard, the hook, the everything comes into play. And it's all there. And right now, and especially with a hero like Yin, you want to get scaling quite early. You want those early kills, and who better to get the early kills compared to this small owl in this Diggy. So when they get the kills going for
Hmm.
Yin, he's gonna scale up really fast, but only if Argus has something else to say about it. But
Welcome
for
to
folks,
Mobile
right now we
Legends!
are going in straight into the land of Dawn for
5
the
seconds till
potentially
the
the
enemy
last match
reaches the
once again,
battlefield.
because this
Smash
series has gone
them!
a 2-1 from a 2-0
All
for
troops deployed!
ABM versus Unbeatable. ABM on the blue side, Unbeatable on the red. Clash of Titans, as these are Titans themselves of the land of Dawn. And we are seeing Junior G going in towards the red buff to provide vision. Apex gets the hook on towards Junior G. So clutch. Junior G almost going down. Not even 30 seconds into the game.
Maybe. Who brought that Diggy feed strategy back in meta? Hey, don't want to see that stuff coming back in, but these plays this time getting a little bit of bully coming in from Radium, and now that's Apex jumping in. He could potentially going for the tanking as well. Ryu wanted to get that pick, but Apex just a little bit away. So Ryu, he had to burn up his own flicker. Now this could be a good opportunity for Unbeatable, so they've got to make sure they get every single farm in that phase. Now in terms of the pick over the Beatrix, I would agree that that might be a bit of a problem, plus if, but there's the thing, if in case Junior G is taken into my turn, that eventually gives a lot of room to A to jump onto those knockups or maybe find an opportunity on Ryu or also Narcissist who would be able to just dish out that damage using the Bennett or maybe the Nibiru if he wants to, and Keldra will always be in their faces. Apex could potentially land in those hooks, and those hooks are going to be super crucial. But yet again, this dead burst being set up, but that's a good read coming in and a good
Demonic
grip
grip.
as well. Ryu is falling.
First blood will go down to Jeet's place indeed. He will be pulled back.
Oh,
Apex
good
is
pullback.
taunted once again for first time. And the hook with the flicker. Jeet plays just falls after getting the first blood. That was a clean coming in from Apex at the apex of this hero is that. But once again, Petrify, Breath of the Ocean missing out, and looks like my turn will be taken. And this Kadita will fall, not in the ocean, but in the land of this Yin. Praises Rat.
Okay.
Finally, that big sword did fall down, and Keldra gets the kill. So this has been back and forth, and all revolving around Jeet.
Wanted to dash away. He wanted an instant blast out of there, but he was blasted into nothingness in an instant. Then the start of Razor's Wrath. Medio trying to go in for that steal.
Ryu steals it.
Yeah, but that's, yeah, as you mentioned, Ryu stole it away. Should not be a big problem because, again, it's Preso. Not a heavily dependent hero. It's fine. So, he's now going to focus on the turtle itself. And I would still say a pretty solid strategy over towards the top. Jeet plays will now be kind of bullied.
They don't want the turtle.
Yeah, they don't want the turtle. They want the life of Jeet plays without the good turtle. Jeet comes in, disposed and just a little bit along with the eternal guard is marking up. But Jeet plays yet again is just kiting around everyone. That's actually a pretty solid play. And then using the eternal evil now will finally be able to use it. Never mind that. He deletes him. He deletes him.
I don't think he even got a chance to click that Eternal Evil. He just went straight into the My Turn and then just got decimated. But here, Radiant, Petrified, Rough Waves will get the kill. Realizing that they need to support the team and will get that kill. But right now, I think the plan is simple. If you're ABM, we don't want Turtle. We don't want the Turtle Soup. We don't want any of the structures. We want Jeet. Because we know if you lose Jeet, you cannot go forward in the game. And that's been the name of the game for Unbeatable. And look at the attention that this hero demands. Have you ever seen an Argus demand so much attention in the Land of Dawn?
Jeet plays, so he will. Also getting Corrosion Strike, good hook as well, along with the ultimate. Time Journey cannot get you all from there. But definitely their Razor's Wrath could have eventually got a pick on Apex. But again, that's the tank. That's really fine. A good taunt coming in. Does not matter. There's also the Eternal Guard. But in the meantime, I was about to mention Narcissist was free farming, and that is where Jay struck this time and was able to finish him off over towards the top. And I would like to focus because Radio, he gets a pick on Jeet plays. A good 1v1 pick and a much needed as well. Now the momentum is shifting in the hands of ABM, and they will be dictating the pace unless A is able to get a pick on Ryu.
That cowboy from Texas had the quick draw and he got the kill. But here, Petrified with the Rough Waves, able to get out of there and was able to survive. It's so close for comfort. Unbeatable really want these kills, but they're not able to find the opening. And you can see that ABM are applying the pressure on the other side of the map towards where Jeet plays is, because they've realized they don't need this Turtle Soup. Once again, we are gonna go for the target that they are intended for. Demonic Grip, get out of there, but there it is, the Bloody Hunt and Eternal Evil being used. He's able to get back full HP, but will he survive? The grenade has gone down. They're trying to do Eternal Guard being used as well. Will he fall down? Yes, he will. They used everything except for the kitchen sink right there, and Jeet plays will fall. Compared to the previous game is 1-4-0, but there it is. Rough Waves actually save himself from the last insanity. Will A not fall? The taunt coming in. Mirio, will he fall? Yes, he pulls back to the reverse time, and he will go down to the Appraiser's Wrath.
And over towards the bot. Narcissist able to get a push down bottom as well. It's fine. It's been traded over towards the top. And the turret, yet again, not being taken down because Narcissist has got no idea where right now are the members of ABM. And Jay, he could potentially find a timing. The turret's gonna go down. Yeah, that was a pretty close one there, but it's fine. He's going backwards. Jay will find a good death push. Maybe he's rotating towards the mid too. Wants to potentially try and help his team out along with securing that unit though. And give him extra bit of units to in the river. But here's the thing. 2,000 gold.
Jay.
Yeah, Narcissist is gone. He's not surviving.
I don't know about that. It's taking a little too long time. The Frenzy Strike should have been there. There it is. He gets the Frenzy Strike. Keldra trying to do as much as he can. He does have the taunt. Frenzy Strike coming in once again. The taunt, will it be there? He doesn't have the Appraiser's Wrath yet. The taunt finally comes out. He is not able to. He took too long. Keldra took too long to get that kill, and he will get shut down by the true damage coming in from Mirio through the last insanity. Once again, Petrified being missed by A here in the mid lane. I'm not sure if he's so comfortable with Kadita, but Jeet plays. He senses that they're coming after him. They want the blood. He recalls to make sure he lives to see another day.
There's no trade over towards that bottom turret as well, as you mentioned. And I still kinda am okay with the decision of not going into the Appraiser's Wrath because you know, again, that Jay would be able to run away with the instant blast that good suppression. It doesn't came in at the right time, but not perfect or not right enough. The support is also there, along with the Diggy, who are now trying to take Ryu down, but he's still trying to run away. A good dish of a damage as well. Kendra will finally be able to take him down. Maybe not, right? The support from Radium was perfect. Over towards the back, they were just able to take one, but it's going to be Radium yet again with a triple kill of his own. And this Clint, this cowboy is now hurting, not just with the bullets, but also with the extra bit of quick draw damage.
Yeah, he's got that quick draw coming in. The cowboy from Texas is doing all that damage, going yeehaw for it.
He is definitely reviving the chivalry at this point.
Yeah, for now they get that turtle soup finally, and now they want to go for this blue buff. Seems like Jay is hungry, and now G plays level 8 to Jay's level 11, and now you know when the Argus has not got the time to steal the damage coming in. The true damage is just too much for them to deal with. G plays forced to use the Eternal Evil just to survive, and now they're cornering them. They back themselves into a corner, and there's the hook that came in, and then Kadita got instantly deleted from this Land of Dawn. And I don't think I've seen a faster kill in my life than that one. Because right now it seems like Bennett's Rage being used just to zone them away, not being used to clear the wave. Jeet plays taunting and baiting them out. Once again, Time Journey forced to be used to make sure Junior G survives. Keldra taken so low. Everyone keeps forgetting that this cowboy from the east side of Texas does true damage. And that is why they're all melting in front of the hook comes out. G plays has no way that he can survive. There he is. The Bloody Hunt will go. Rough waves with the defensive 5. They get the kill. 2 will fall. 2 for 1. And right now seems like ABM are trying to throw the card. They're throwing it away.
That could have potentially been a good catch, but they want to focus their attention on Radium. Dawn does not connect onto him. Maybe it does. It does not matter. Damage was enough, but now he's going in the wrong direction. And it's going to be Jay wanting to look for his triple as well. And with the support of Mirio, he will get it. Almost a wipeout, but G plays his revive. He needs to make a play and will make them win at this point. But alright, wants to go in for that demonic wave. Mirio should be taken down, but look at that big chunk of damage from Jay. He wants to go for the chain. It is done. Now into the frenzy strike. This Sukuna is deleting everyone off in his own Fukuma Mizushi.
Oh, that is just insult to injury. They baited out the Eternal Evil, and next thing you know, after that he went in. My turn now, and next thing you know, he's just instantly deleted, eating Sukuna's fingers in his face with that big frenzy strike. He's now full.
Crazy.
Hey, the reference is coming in from the casters. You gotta give a shout out to us, not just the teams that are playing. Let's not forget Scaredy putting in all that he can, taking out the time from his schedule, being here in the Land of Dawn alongside me, Kronos, who's bringing you this great action for right now. Apex wants some action, missing out on the hook. ABM want to destroy them. They want to end this game. They want to say that, hey, we don't want to give you an opportunity to come back because this is gonna be 3-1. We gave you your ego boost, but now you gotta give us ours to show us that we are the best team here in this tournament.
Now, since there is no time journey, Junior G will have to play it a little bit safe. One good hook from Apex, and it could eventually be an all-out end for their side. I think that's a little too overzealous of Keldra, because it's again a treacherous pull that is trying to pull. Finally, he will be able to dodge some of that damage. Look at the burst. He will be able to survive. It's fine. But mid tower is gonna be chunked down a little bit. It's kind of okay. But the Lord is still marching down over towards the top. Jeet plays, dude. He's playing with fire.
He is playing with fire indeed, but right now Keldra is eating those fire missiles. A going in, but will he get deleted? Petrified with the rough waves. Is he able to survive? No, he's not. The extended range will get the kill. My turn gets the kill once again. 2 in a row, and seems like they're gonna fall. Time Journey being used. That is the third one. Double kill going to the cowboy. Once again, Radium shining radiant in the Land of Dawn. Keldra almost about to survive. Junior G flickering it to get the reverse time just to get the kill. They get the shutdown, but they will get the base. ABM will take the victory and make this 3-1 in this best of 5 series. Move on to the grand finals.
for a second, specifically early on in this game, I was actually seeing a good back and forth matchup. Let's be honest, when the kills were 3-3, almost equalized. But the moment Jay turned towards the bottom and decided that he wants to go on Narcissus to finish him off, that's where the entire momentum just kind of swung like a pendulum. Yes, Jeet plays again, and Narcissus, both the laners getting 3.0, not a great move. I agree over the fact that you brought in the lane swap once. Now, we have always seen that in NPL Malaysia as well, the Malaysian lane swap. We kind of see them going in, specifically Todak. I remember them
Like I
going
was
into
gonna
this.
say, it's
Yeah,
the Todak strategy, the Langar
and
strategy that they bring. They're the ones who
yep,
reverse the Uno reverse card on them, the Malaysian swap, like you called it. That's what they're known to do, and that's why teams are always aware and wary of them. But that is something you can only pull off once, not twice, because you've already
exactly.
shown your cards. And right now, after doing that, seems like Team Unbeatable wanted to try it once more, and it did not work out. Only because you fool me once, shame on me. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. And seems like ABM didn't want to be fooled twice. And this time, a pretty dominant display coming in from Radium.
I loved it. I honestly loved it because previously Radium was kind of shut down because of the way Jeet was actually playing in that one, and no one focused their attention on him because for the first two games they were trying to bully him. So in the third, he answered them back, and in the fourth one, they basically decided to go on for it again because they knew Jay and Mirio were just enough to deal with Narcissist because most of the attention of was being grabbed over towards the top. We could clearly see they did not even care for the turtles as well. Again, Xbox up against the Fredrin, Xbox is going to win. And we saw that happen on multiple occasions. See Halbert with the first item, it gives you a big chunk of damage early on. Dominant size by Jay to make sure Narcissist is not hitting him as hard as he should, and also to shut down that heal of Jeet plays. I again love this play. I was about to call that Apex could potentially play Franco, even if Kaja has been banned out, because that could be a very good answer to both A and Junior G. And he did that. He did not need to do all the hooks. He did not need to bring all the people into his own arms. But those early on hooks provided them with that early momentum, which eventually Radium carried on and got a 10.1. MVP, well deserved by Jay as well, was always there where he needed to be and was making sure that he's either targeting Jeet plays or he's taking away Narcissist in his my turn.
I mean, it was a brilliant display from both the teams. Nonetheless, ABM coming out with the victory and Unbeatable, unfortunately, getting the short end of the stick. But as of now, we have one of our grand finals. The other one will be decided in the second semifinal, which will be coming to you later on this week. But for now, this is Kronos. Scared yet? Do you have anything to say to the folks before we go away?
Yeah, of course I have, because I remember you mentioned a point where I took my time off of my schedule to be here. And one of the main reason for that was, of course, Zuko called me and also he told me that you were on the desk. And that's the only reason why I actually took the time off of that schedule, because
My
I
man, my
love to
man.
be here for both of you. And it was yet again a super fun way of casting. And we were trying new things out here, ladies and gentlemen. And I think so. It worked out like a charm.
It worked out beautifully indeed, and nonetheless, with Scared Yet. But now, folks, you know that we want us, before we go away, let's see some hashtag casters in the chat just to make sure that we gave you what you needed. But for now, we are saying good night. Have a great night. Enjoy the rest of your week. And to all those who are watching, make sure to tune in to the second semifinal because we will be there once again. Scared Yet and Chrono is going to be bringing you that action. And let's thank everyone that's behind the scenes. That this is presented by Nepalese Esports Junction and Battle Knights Esport. And thank you again to all the entire team that's working in the back. For now, this is all I have to say. Scared yet, Kronos, we're out.